But if you close your eyes,
hello awesome people, welcome to Hearts of Iron 4. I've already did one playthrough on the channel, which was a sort of a tryout experiment type of gameplay, where I played as France and tried to hold off Germany as long as I could. I had a whole plan, and I actually tested out that plan, and when I started recording it, it always goes wrong. And that's actually what went down in the series there. It's actually pretty funny to watch, and for a moment we actually look pretty good. But that also should tell you straight away that I'm not an expert at this game. So if you're looking for, you know, game-breaking strats or really high-level gameplay, like expert plays, this is not what you're gonna get from this. So I'm sorry for that. If you're searching for that, this is not the type of video for you. This type of series is just gonna be me having fun with the game. It's an awesome game, but then again, you know, I'm not the one who is fully at the expert level of the game. We're playing on the recruit level, which is one step down from the regular level, because it's been a long time I've played this game, and two, as I said, I've never been an expert at the game. I just really like the game because of its historical setting, and the fact that, you know, I like these type of grand strategy games, and I wanted to do one of these games again for the channel. I've been playing Civ for a while, and now I want to come back to Hearts of Iron 4 and do another thing. And as you can see, we're playing as Germany, which is basically one of the first countries that everyone will probably pick in this game, because it's just so much fun to play as a big power country in the game, and also have the ability to do things straight from the start. So this first episode is going to be a lot of setting up stuff. I'm going to be talking about my plans, about what we're going to do with this series, and I hope you guys will like and enjoy. So if you like the game on the channel, then please leave a like straight away, and if you haven't, then please consider subscribing to the channel to not miss out on this awesome game. And let's get straight into the game. So we're playing as the German Reich, which is basically, yeah, we have this guy over here, which I'm not going to say too much about, because I don't get monetization on my videos at this point, but I don't want to get demonetized, because basically you don't want to have that. This picture is actually not available in all countries. It is for me in the Netherlands. So you might, if you play this game yourself, you might actually have a blacked out picture over here. But basically what we have in Germany is, well, we have a lot of troops, but we also have a lot of things to deal with from the First World War, where we have, for instance, the Rhineland, which we cannot access with military troops. That has been forbidden for us. It's a demilitarized zone. Now, I also should mention that I've picked the historical AI focus to be on for the rest of the world. So the historical AI means that they will try to follow the historical path of the real life events of World War II. So France is, for instance, pretty soon gonna ally with England, and you know, that type of stuff. That the more well-known events will probably happen. Now, first off, we're gonna set up some things. So we have the armies over here. We're gonna set them up. We're gonna set up the navy. I'm gonna start with the navy because that is very easy for us to do. Let's actually go to the navy screen. I want to have the Kriegsmarine and the Ostseeflotte to get to was it the let's put them into this port, and they will merge there. And we will give them a commander, which is going to be, let's give them this guy, an admiral. And that's going to be totally fine. Now, the other ones are the submarines. And I want to have a submarine sort of navy apart from our normal navy. So they're going to go over here too, and they're going to do this. They're going to merge into one, and they're going to have Karl Dönitz as their leader. Now that's that. Let's go to airplanes. Now, can we just select them all like this? Yes, okay, we can. So let's that's deselect. I didn't want to do that. I want to do this and then do this. Awesome. So we now have a lot of airplanes all over the country, but not stationed anywhere. So we're going to station some airplanes. What I want to be doing is I want to station some fighters, and the rest of the things I want to give to my generals, because that's a thing you can do now, which I love, by the way. I hated to, you know, manually do all the things with the airplanes. So in Brandenburg, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have some fighters, not all of them. Let's just set one, and I want to have at least 100 fighters in Brandenburg defending the airspace over here. So that's what we're gonna do, and that's okay. You're gonna fly into Eastern Germany, and what you're gonna do is your mission is to just basically shoot down other bombers or fighters. So that's good. Now, let's go over here. We have Schleswig-Holstein here, which we will put down our naval bombers. Where are they? All of them. And they're gonna fly into this area. Or should we put them over here? We're gonna put them in the eastern North Sea. And they're gonna bomb ports and boats. And basically they're gonna repair if they need to. So, Western Germany. Let's put them in Oberbayern. Let's put some fighters in there, and we will go up to 100. We will do okay, Western Germany, and do the same thing. You're just gonna make sure that we have air superiority over here, and then we have, well, basically we don't have to put fighters in here right now. So that's that. The fighters that we have left will just by the game will be divided. Will be divided. In their normal manner, so they will be divided between these airfields that we have. Now, for the rest, what we're going to do is we're going to set up our fronts. So where do we want to have our generals, and where do we want to attack next? So basically, we're going to try and play it a little bit historically, but not the entire way. So I want to try and see if we can maybe rush Poland, and take them out of the equation. The other thing that we could try and do is, are there any countries that we want to invade before we actually start the World War II? Probably not right now. No, we're gonna at least set up a front against Poland. That's always a good thing. I don't like this one cavalry over here, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna change him over into an infantry division. I love infantry in this game. Definitely gonna use that. But for now, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna set up the things that I want to do, and I will speak to you with what I was thinking about, you know, using them for. So basically, we're gonna have you over here, and we're gonna make different theaters. So what I want to do is this theater is gonna be called my garrison, which is basically the people that are gonna defend our home country and all of our occupied lands later on. So what you guys do is you just need a good defender, basically. We're not going to choose these guys because those are the ones I'm going to use for attacking. What are you? What do you have? Yeah, not the best one. I want an infantry leader because this is going to be and maximum entrenchment. That's actually pretty good. You are going to be the leader of this. Your job is basically you're going to be calling out to a field general. What's it called? Yeah, it's a field general, right? Yeah. This is a pretty good one. You're going to be calling out to, let's say, this guy. He's pretty good at defending. He's a pretty awesome defender. And what we will do is we will set you to garrison this area. You need to garrison this area to defend from... Well, actually, you don't need to do that. This is going to be probably enough. From the allies when they come and attack us from naval invasions. We're also going to set this... of course, we cannot go there yet, but let's not do France. Well, actually, we could do France. Because at the point that we actually invade France and the Netherlands and Belgium, which is going to happen, we will actually get to the point that our garrison army will actually start garrisoning these areas once we have them, which is going to be grand. And of course, we're going to have more than 5 people in the end doing this. Now, next step, we have some mountaineers over here, which I want to use. You're gonna go in a new theater, and this theater is gonna be called the Western Front. Now, this is the front that is gonna defend and attack to France, Germany, France, Belgium, Netherlands, and basically the west of our country. So we're gonna set up a line over here. Well, actually, no. What we probably should do is we just should put in the guys that we want. So we have 1, 2, 3. We need 3. Guys, maybe even 4 for Denmark. 3 armies we should have. So basically, we want to have one that's good at attacking. Let's actually get Erwin Rommel in here. He's pretty good at attacking these guys. This is the guy that's going to defend against France, so you need a good defending strat. Let's actually go back to skill. You are... Yeah. let's give it to you. I don't really care for that too much. They're not gonna really fight on this line, so so we have a defender over there. Now you're gonna be the one that is gonna invade Belgium. That's gonna be done by Heinz Guderian. And all these guys are gonna answer to a field marshal, which is gonna be Walter Mödel. Yeah. Good defense, which is always great. And you're all gonna be answering to him. Now, what we will do is we will set up a line over here to defend. Okay, this is not gonna work out entirely as I wanted to. So we're gonna do it differently. You were the one that was gonna go into Belgium. So you're gonna set up a line over here, and you're gonna set a attacking order right over here. Just to grab that land. Then we have you. You are the ones that should be to defend this area. And we're gonna set an attacking order. We're probably never gonna use it, but at least we're gonna get the bonuses from it. Which is gonna be very nice. Okay, you are the ones that we're gonna go into the Netherlands, which is my home place. And you guys are just gonna capture all of this. Okay, that's what we'll do. Do we want to add in another one for Denmark? Maybe at some point, but I don't feel like doing that now. Well, actually, we could just pick you and put you in like right this way, and put you in like who should we use for you? Let's just do you. Well, out of supply, you are also pretty handy to level up a little bit, so let's do you. And you're also pretty good, by the way. So you are gonna go over here, and your idea is to capture this point at least, and then we'll go into the islands. So that's the idea over here. You are answering to the field marshal, so that's pretty good. Now, the front on the eastern front. We're gonna at least take all these guys, because you are gonna go straight away and be set up in a new theater. And this just, like I said, this is gonna be just be called the Eastern Front. The Eastern Front, if I can spell, thank you. And these guys are gonna be led by you. So you're gonna have that line. Basically, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go for a two-part here. So I want you to grab this, and then once you have that, I want you to go down over here, just to make sure that we have another attack plan in order if we need one. Now we also have this area up here. Now what we could do is we could just leave this alone, or we could just fortify it too. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just use the fact that we have land over there, but I want to give it to someone that is nice to level up for the future, like this guy. He is a winter specialist, which is going to be very handy against the Soviet Union. So, this guy, what do you have? You actually are not bad either, but I'm going to go for you for now. And you're going to be in this line, and basically what your job is to grab this area. Sort of connect the lands up to this, and once you've done that, we're going to set the same line just over here, just go over here. And just use the tab key so we can set that as a secondary attack order. They're probably never going to come to this, but you know, it's fine to have that going for us. Now, you guys are also going to answer to a field marshal, of course, because that gives bonuses, and you guys are going to answer to this guy, and you too. Now, the last thing we need to do is make sure that we have our people in place. So you guys can go over here. You guys can join up on that front. You guys can join up on this front, because we want to... This front can be light for now, because we're not going to be attacked by these guys, and we won't be able to... Well, we won't be attacking them straight away. We're going to go for Poland. Yeah, so basically we want to have all of our people over there. You're going to join in on that squad too. Do we want a separate army for this? Maybe. Let's make a separate tank army. So... we should give it to someone who is very good with tanks. Well, actually, no. It's not worth it right now. So let's just give it to this guy. He's good with tanks too. So we don't have to worry about that. So that's all set up. Now let's actually start heading into where we want to go. Let's speed up the game and unpause. We will unpause in this episode. Don't you guys worry. Let's set up research. So what we will do is... we'll set up research for basic machine tools, construction 1. If you want to know, by the way, what it does, you can pause the video, because, you know, a lot of people will probably already know what this all does. So electronic mechanical engineering, And the one I want is, yeah, should we go for extra weapons? Maybe. We could also go for better artillery, which is always a nice thing to have. We could also go for this one. You know what? Let's start with just basic better weapons, because that's what we're gonna use a lot of in the beginning. So we still have these guys to put somewhere. For now, you know what? Let's just give them to these guys. That's gonna be totally fine. We can rearrange these guys whenever we want. So what do we want to build as industry? Now, what I want to be building is probably a few synthetic refineries. So if we do this, we can put a lot of them there. And if we... let's find a good spot. Maybe there's a good spot too. And that should be sufficient for a longer time now. Infrastructure, we don't really need a better infrastructure right now, I think. Let's start building up a few more industrial civilian factories, I should say, and then we can go into military factories later on. I'm not going to queue up too much. I like to have a choice at some point, and of course you can change stuff, but you know, let's go into full weapon making efforts. Let's do a lot of this because we're going to use a lot of support equipment at some point. Let's go more on artillery. I want to be building a lot of light tanks at some point. I want to be building a lot of you at some point. Probably we're actually going to change you up there. I don't want to build close air. Well, close air support is actually pretty good, so we're not going to go with the bombers. We're going to go and build fighters and close air support. Whoops, close air support at some point. Now, you guys are going to go to the Unterseebootsflotte, the submarines, okay? They're going to go to the submarines. And what we're going to do is we're going to set you to build, just keep on building. We're going to set you in those lines, and then we're going to set you. And we're going to put you on the bottom, because I want these to be finished first. This one I'm going to delete. It doesn't have almost any work on it, so basically it's not really worth it. Yeah, you can build the destroyers, that's okay. And you can finish these two guys. That's totally fine by me too. And basically, once they're finished, they're going to go to the Kriegsmarine, which is just basically the main navy that we have. And I don't think we need anything else right now. So that's going to be totally fine. Now that we have set up our armies, we also should go back into our Air Force, because we have a few things to do. We have a lot of still, you know, we still have a lot of bombers left that we can put down somewhere. And you guys are going to be helping out this guy. Whoops. And we also want to have the close air support, which is going to be helping out this guy. Can we please select you? Thank you. And these generals will now actually use these airplanes as they see fit, which is basically a very good addition. Now, we need to make choices. What do we want? So, a lot of the choices are now not unlocked, as you can see, but you can see things like the Anschluss, the anti-combatant pack, you know, very Danzig or War, around the Maginot, basically things that you probably might recognize if you have a little bit of an understanding of the Second World War. Now, what do we want? Do we want the Rhineland? The Rhineland is pretty good, but what will it give us actually? Okay, it will give us some political power. You know what? We're gonna do that straight away. It's just basically the normal start most of the time. We also want to train some divisions. So basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna train 10 divisions of infantry at the same time in Thüringen, and we will just redeploy them whenever we see fit. Just do this because we don't need to see it all. We want to train some panzer divisions. Let's do like 5. And we also want to train some infantry divisions motorized. Let's do like 3. That's totally fine right now. And the other thing I want is I want to have some of these guys. Well, actually, no, maybe not. Maybe not. Let's wait for that. But first of all, I want to do reinforcements. Then I do want to do upgrades, and then I want to do infantry divisions at the lowest. You know, these guys are more important to do. basically because we will get infantry no matter what. And then we also have to set our resources. We have too much tungsten, so we can delete that trade. We want to have more oil. Let's go to the Soviet Union for now and trade them with their oil. British Malaya is totally fine. We don't want to use our convoys or anything. And there we go. Unpause the game and everything will be set up. And that's it. So that's basically what we're going to do. That's the plan. And as you can see, we have unpaused the game in the first episode, but it's going to take... we're going to go a little longer. Normally my videos are 20 minutes of gameplay. But I have been talking at the start about the game, and I have been talking about a lot about our plans. So basically our plan is to go towards Poland and try to justify a war goal as soon as we can, which we can with 12 more political power. So basically when we're at 50, we can start basically justifying a war against them, and then we can take them. There's also a sort of a goal, what are these called? A focus, yeah, there's also a focus to do that, but I'm gonna ignore that one, and I'm gonna try and go to war with Poland fairly early, because if we can do that, that means that the Allies won't help them out yet. We have a decision available. The MEFO bills. This is basically, for now, it's very helpful, so we're gonna try and keep that out. I'm gonna put all of these off because I don't like the fact that they will still pop up. I will make my own decisions whenever I am ready. We don't have any troops that are not in an army right now, if I'm correct. Yep, everybody's in an army, which is very good. That's what you want. And basically now it's a bit of a waiting game until you get your troops out, until you get your, the opportunities that you want. Basically the plan is we do the Anschluss on Austria. We try to get Czechoslovakia diplomatically. We fight a war against Poland to get them, and at that point we have grown quite substantially, and hopefully we will have some allies too to use. We also want to have Italy in our sphere of influence, probably Hungary, Romania maybe, Bulgaria maybe. We want to have those guys in our faction at some point, which is basically before the entire World War breaks out. Hopefully we will have that up and running. Now, how far are we? We almost have the Rhineland demilitarized. So yeah, that is actually going to be amazing. So we have the Rhineland. Let's pause the game so we can just read this up. Germany has stationed troops in the Rhineland territory close to the French border in clear violation of the Treaty of Versailles. The local population cheered the German soldiers on, while the diplomatic reactions from France and Britain have so far been muted. It's German territory. Let's just take it. And we can set a new focus. And of course we're going to do that, and we're going to start with our economy. Basically, if you want to win this game, and that's as far as I know because I'm not an expert, if you want to win this game you have to have a strong economy, and basically if you can outproduce your opponent, you will win a war. That's more or less how this works. So 4-year plan is going to give us some extra cool stuff. If you want to read it up, then please pause the video and just read it up. I'm just going to go for the 4-year plan. And that will unlock a lot of cool stuff too. We can also modify our government, which you can do with these political power points. You can set new laws for your economy or for your conscription laws, for instance. You can also hire advisors and all that type of stuff. We're going to go for advisors right away. We're going to go for Rudolf Hess, a silent workhorse, which is basically going to give us a small increase of political power per day, which just reassures us that we can have more decisions available faster, which is basically what we want. So we have unpaused the game. I'm going to take a sip of my drink. And we're going to see what will happen. So basically, the France gameplay I did was really, in a sense, relaxed. We were building up our defenses against Germany. This is going to be totally different because here we are Germany. Here we are the ones, we are the aggressors. We are the ones that are going to set up the war, basically. So we have enough power to do another, make another decision. I'm gonna start with a Blitzkrieg terrorist, a Blitzkrieg theorist, to actually find that we can get some army experience. So we can start working on armies. This is army experience. You need it to actually perform modifications in your templates. So this is our modification template for our infantry. I'm gonna add one more infantry straight away. And I'm going to save it, and as you can see, that cost me 5 army experience. That 5 army experience we actually got from the choice of that we made, and that 5 army experience, as you can see, we will get 0.05 daily army experience. Now, when we get enough points, we can start modifying these templates to be a little bit more powerful and a little bit more to my liking. But this is going to be the end of this episode. I hope you guys like the game. I hope you guys are glad that it's back if you have watched your friends' gameplay. I know that a lot of you guys have been asking for me to play this game. And of course, when I'm doing my outro, my neighbor is starting to drill a hole in the freaking wall again. So I'm going to do this fast. Hope you guys liked it. If you liked it, then leave a like and or a comment. If you haven't, then please consider to subscribe to the channel to not miss out on a single episode and to help this channel grow. As always, I've been Hipbone, you've been yourself. Thanks for being awesome, and thanks for watching.